today was the last day on earth, and that the referee or the timekeeper of your life just blew the whistle and it was over. I'm trying to think about it. What will you be remembered for? Do you know that at birth, there are a few things that everybody has? First, life itself is a gift. We didn't work for it, we didn't do anything to get to life. So life itself is a gift. And then number two, from your birth date, which I call BD, birth date, or DB, date of birth, and your death date, there is usually a dash from this to this. Now, between that period are a few things. Number one is time, which is freely given to you. There's no favorite. Like I said, you can watch my video on the mysteries of time and tide. Like, time does not have favorites. When you wake up in the morning, you have the same number of time. So you have time at your disposal. Number two thing you have is space. Everybody has a little space. You may not be out there in a big space, but you have space. Another thing everybody has is chance. That's why the writer of Ecclesiastes had this to say. He said, people who are strong are not the ones that win battle. You will agree with me. That's why a small boy like David, who did not have any experience of fighting, could win. He said the race is not for those who are very fast. That's why even the snail, as slow as the snail is, it still survives. In a place where the hyena survives, the snail still survives. Even the tortoise goes at its pace and still survives. Where you have the cheetah who runs very fast, still survives. Everybody still survives in this earth that we are. So what is given to everybody is, like I said, one, time, two, space, then three, something inherent that is peculiar with you. Some people learn and acquire some skills, but there are some talents that you came with. There are some things that you're born with. A friend of mine sometimes joked, and she said, Pat, when a child is born, the child is born with their hand together like this, that maybe inside of that hand are the gifts that are given to the child. So when the child opens it, the child begins to use the gift. Anyway, that sounds like a myth. But the thing is that we're all born with talents. So I've mentioned life is free, time is given to everybody free, talents are also there. You have your portion that you will stay, that's your space that you stay. And then the last of it is that chance. Opportunities always come your way. Sometimes opportunities come our ways and we do not even know that they're opportunities because they don't present themselves as opportunities. Sometimes you could lose a particular case, sometimes you could fail in an exam. It's opportunity bringing up its head to you, telling you, okay, there's another thing that you can do. There's famine in this place, there's opportunity in this place. You lost this job, there's opportunity in this place. So opportunities always present themselves. There's a problem or there's a challenge. You prefer a solution, that is opportunity knocking at your door. So time comes your way, you have the gift of life, you have your little space, you have your big space, you have your opportunity, you have your time. So back to what I asked, the question I started with today. What if the referee just blew the whistle? I know some of us always, when we were small, we used to hear about there's going to be a replay. I've never seen a replay since I became an adult. I don't know the last time they did a replay of any match. So, you may not have an opportunity to replay. And so the whistle goes and it's time for you. What would you be remembered for? Would you be remembered because you killed for somebody? Think about it. Would you be remembered because you supplied ammunition for people to kill people? Would you be remembered because you were the one who caused all the problems in a place? What would you be remembered for? There are two main things that people are remembered for. One is what you do that remains in the hearts of people. We know the story of the Samaritan that we now call the Good Samaritan. We don't know where he lives. We don't know his profession. We don't know how much he had in his bank account. The only thing that we knew about him was that he stopped by and helped somebody that was dying. I read this story some time ago about an Asian somewhere. an Asian pastor who had some challenges financially, and he was trying to raise money because he was going to lose his property if the mortgage wasn't paid. And people were seated looking at him, and then an old woman went and brought in her chopsticks and whatever she used to put her food, and she said, "Pastor, please, could you sell this and use the proceeds from it to add to the money?" I don't know the name of the woman. Neither did the pastor mention the name of the woman. But the thing is that that woman added to the life of that pastor because she gave out something from her heart. Of course, all of us know the story has become something, oh, it's my widow's mite. No, it's not your widow's mite. It was a widow's mite because she gave all that she had. So whatever you do that, goes to affect somebody positively stays in the heart of the person and is recorded in the archives, and people get to read about them. Number 2 are the things you do with the talents that you have. Remember I said that we all have talents. Are the things you do with the talents that are embedded inside of you. People will not know you, or people will not remember you after your death date. Remember death date that I talked about? For the money you have stacked up in your bank account that you probably did not use. People will not remember you for the clothes that that filled your wardrobe. No. People are not going to remember you for the shoes that you left behind. People are not even going to remember you for the cars that you left behind. Recently I was somewhere and somebody showed me a very big compound. This compound belonged to somebody who is no more, a very prominent person. And he had built a massive house. And then the person who was taking me around told me that about a year before that time, that they saw a massive snake, and that inside that place are now a lot of animals. Some time ago, I was in Netherlands where they took me to, I think, one of the largest churches. I was told is one of its kind. There's nobody there now. And I was asking the tour guide who was taking me, and I said, where are the members? Is it that the members didn't reproduce themselves? But what could be remaining is the things that are kept or put in the hearts of the people, not the structures so-called that we build, not the monies that we stack. But we will be remembered for the songs that we wrote. We still sing songs that people wrote. We'll be remembered for the books that we wrote. We'll be remembered for the arts work that we did. When I was small, when I was a young child in school, the power of teachers, I talked about how people that are in our lives influence us. My teacher told me that the pyramids were built by the Israelites. As I grew older and as I'm reading, I realized that it's not true, because if it was them that built it, they would have replicated another one in Israel. Because I was told that it was when they were held captive in Egypt that they built that. No, they were not. Now, there's a lot of controversy about the pyramids. That's not what I'm talking about. But whatever I'm talking about is the fact that it's been built and it has stayed there. So arts works, edifices that people, build to help humanity stay. Things that you discover are the things that stay. Songs, people still listen to them. Napoleon Hill wrote the book Think and Grow Rich in 1937. I think about that. Well, apparently the 20th century. But be in the hearts of people. Or would you be remembered by something that you left behind? These are the two things I want to leave us with. Because if you will not be remembered for these two things, then can I say to you that you have just wasted your precious gift called life. You have just wasted the precious time that was given to you. You have just wasted the precious talent that was put inside of you. You may say you do not have a talent, but I tell you that you lie. You do have a talent. Everybody does have a talent. Everybody has something that a person can do better than the other person. That's why our fingers are different. Somebody once said, if all fingers are not equal, must it be the shortest? The short finger is not in any way, inferior to this. They all have their functions. That's why the parable of the talent is there. That one person had one, but he used it and then he grew in it. What can you do? Are you doing the bid of another person? Somebody gives you a little money and then you go and kill somebody. Is that what you'll be remembered for? Somebody is using it to fulfill his own dream, and you are doing that. When you are gone today, what would you be remembered for? Would you be in the hearts of people, or would you be remembered for the things that you left behind? That is what I want to leave us with. And that is what this channel is all about. This channel is dedicated to you. It's all about you bringing out the very best of you to make sure that you fulfill purpose. Just imagine that somebody sat down and then, I love Mercedes cars a lot, and then made a Mercedes. And then when the Mercedes was bought, the Mercedes went, and then supposing that the Mercedes was a human being. And then instead of, being that wonderful machine, don't worry, I'm not demarketing other cars, I'm just telling you what I love. Instead of being that wonderful machine, the person who was giving the Mercedes, let's just say it's your life now, you now use it and go and be using it to put trash. What will the maker of the Mercedes feel? How would you, just imagine, how do you think the person would, the manufacturer of the Mercedes car feel? Purpose is defeated. That's what most of us do. Some of us just do not enter into people's hearts. We do not use the talents we have. Listen to me. I want to wrap this up by telling you that there is a space that you have. The space may not be global. The space may not be very big, but you do have a space. Just right where you are, you can begin to do something that you will leave behind, so that after your birth date and your death date, people will still remember you. That's what we are here on earth to do. Remember, this channel is all about you. And if you like what you have heard, please hit the bell icon, the notification button, and then subscribe, so that next time I come up with another video like this, it will get right into your box. But in the meantime, don't forget that you are special. There's something that only you can do. You have life, which is a gift. You have time, which is freely given. You have your space, and this opportunity have come your way to start to do something, so that when the whistle of your game over is blown, you will know that I have lived my life very well. Thank you very much. Until I come your way again, my name remains Patricia Towari. God bless you. Bye-bye.